she is, you know.
That I will not let the evil steal your midterm elections.
Let's watch some of my favorite kind of commentary. Christian Nationalists. Just completely fucking unhinged. Swing ND, thank you for the 5, get the subs. I am a herb, thank you for the 5, get the subs.
We take our authority over this election. Jesus is Lord over the midterm election.
This president is not suffering dementia. He is possessed with the devil.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a satanic portal above the White House. There is a demonic portal, a satanic portal above the White House that appeared shortly after the election of Biden. And it must be closed, and it will be closed by prayer.
We are actually invaded from hell itself in the executive branch of the United States.
Dude, these people are so insane. Razor, Candy TV, Silky Johnson, Open, I'm a herb. Thank you for the 5, get the subs. Like, you think Roger Stone actually believes that? Fuck no. But evangelicals do. And they want to believe it. I'm glad he has the guts to say this stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's very brave. He loves watching his wife get fucked by a buxom young lad. And that kind of bravery is also the same kind of bravery that allows him to say such, terrifying things.
States of America.
Oh, yeah.
We're in spiritual warfare.
The country's being run by this class of people who are not Christian. You know, you could say it's the left, and behind that is the Jews, and behind that is the devil. We are humbled and excited to welcome to the stage right now the representative from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I also call myself a Christian nationalist, and that's not a bad word. That's actually a good thing, right?
This fight before us proves to us that God is with us. He has chosen me, and he has chosen you.
So listen, Oregon, y'all better go buy some swords in the name of Jesus, right?
Pick up the sword and fight, and Christ will reign in the state of Idaho.
Oh, yeah. Where's Goliath?
That's Doug, baby. Doug Mastriano, let's go.
Remember, we're going to take our state back. My God will make it so.
So if we are going to have one nation under God, which we must, we have to have one religion, one nation under God and one religion under God, right?
The church is supposed to direct government.
There's no separation of church and state.
Right.
The church and state are one.
Yes. And I'm tired of this separation of church and state junk.
This country was founded as a Christian country, and it can only exist as a Christian country.
We serve a big God that's given us power and authority to tread over every demonic spirit. Hallelujah. Nancy Pelosi will bow at the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Nancy, she loves to drink the little children's blood. Well, now she will pay the ultimate price with her life.
How many more kids are going to have to be boiled, eaten? Because you won't do anything, Pastor. You won't do anything, Christian, because you don't want to get involved in politics.
And look, this is a Christian nation. This is a Christian country. Christ is real. We have to do the right thing. It's time to shut up, elect Trump one more time, and then stop having elections.
In our series, 3 Meals, you know what we...
Bro, I'm going to be honest, like, that there's no better argument to tax the fuck out of churches than that video. Okay? That's it. Just like, what do you mean? Like, not a single church should ever operate for the rest of, and mosques and synagogues, whoever the fuck is speaking like this across the board, done. Tax them so fucking hard that they literally cannot move. Like they can't even figure out how to goddamn move.
We sample some local favorites while also sampling the minds of voters ahead of the midterms. And this morning, the land of sun, the land of surf, and the land of my one and only childhood. Do we have the picture? Please tell me we do. There it is. Come on. We're talking Florida, of course. That's a parrot on my head, by the way. Long live the parrot jungle. Florida, once the nation's premier swing state, I think that's fair to say. Also fair to say the state is now trending Republican. It had gone back and forth in presidential elections since Bill Clinton was president, but former President Trump expanded his lead here from 2016 to 2020, and registered Republicans, this is historic, now outnumber registered Democrats. So what we do? Well, we swung up from Miami to Jacksonville to find out why Florida may no longer swing for Democrats.
Miami is where we found Enriqueta's, a Cuban sandwich and coffee spot still making it in Midtown.
Yeah, every morning. No, to stop here every single morning.
Justin Kaplan starts the day with un cafecito and two of these, croquetas.
Can I have what he's having?
I'm gonna have that one.
Yeah?
Come on, it'll change your life.
And for our sake, he added a side of local perspective on Republican Governor Ron DeSantis.
I didn't vote for him the first time. I won't vote for him again. I still think he's been unfairly vilified. And I think that the national narrative and certainly the narrative outside of the state of Florida is absolutely not in line
Un café y croqueta, por favor.
what's really going on down there.
As we moved inside over a plate of bacon and eggs, we learned something else that Florida outsiders may forget.
There's a difference between Cuban voters and Latino voters. Cubans tend to vote Republican.
Diami Marquez is one of 1 million Cuban Americans around Miami. And when it comes to Ron DeSantis...
Yeah, we need to shut down immigration. That's right.
I like the way he does everything.
And that includes his decision to send migrants from the South to states up north.
I'm an immigrant, but I came legal. I believe in legal immigration. I don't believe in illegal immigration.
We chased that thought with a little fresh...
How about you chase that thought with a question? Why was your amnesty considered legal immigration, whereas no such amnesty is offered to, I don't know, someone coming in from fucking Guatemala? The only difference between you and the Guatemalan aunt that's coming into the country is that the government thought it was favorable for you to get amnesty. One dry foot on America's soil and they become class traders? What the fuck? Yeah. So you're allowed more rice because you could afford it?
Squeezed Florida OJ.
Oh, it is really good. I love that.
And walked out with a bag of Enriqueta's famous steak sandwiches.
Really good.
Before heading for the highway. Driving north along I-95, we hit Central Florida, home of the Space Coast.
By the way, this dude went to one of the more liberal parts of the fucking disgusting state of Florida and could not find a single liberal voter? Like, what are you, crazy? Yes, I can say it's disgusting. I lived there, okay? Like, he went to Miami and talked to two people who are just deep red. Okay? If you can't find at least one liberal in Miami, you're cooked, okay? You're not doing your fucking job. You're not, what is he going to go to fucking Tallahassee and be like, oh, here are some liberals? Like, what the fuck? Fuck you, I love this disgusting hellhole. It is literally sinking into the water, okay? Every day, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
And tens of thousands of new...
Leave Tallahassee out of this? I want to. I want to leave Tallahassee out of the national conversation. I want to leave it out of Florida, a place that's awful for even Florida. We're just saying something. Other parts of Florida literally look at Tallahassee and look at fucking Panama City Beach and go, that's actually not Florida. That's a joke. We were just kidding about that. Those are two fucking places that are too nasty for fucking Florida. Most important issue for the United States is inflation at 32%, abortion at 27%, crime at 12%, gun policy at 12%, immigration at 10%.
Residents, many of whom seem to lean Republican as they register to vote. Our next stop, Pub Americana in the heart of downtown Melbourne, where Dave Hildebrand was kind enough to offer a taste of his fried gator bites.
Very good. There's chili.
But what really gave us something to chew over came from Dave Hoban.
We have our freedoms here. Yeah. You know, a lot more than the other states.
He says the economy is a top concern, but a bigger motivator for him is the culture.
Well, what's going to push it is institutional values. All these other things and ideas that, quite frankly, are coming up are being forced down a lot of people's throats. So we're going to stand up and they're going to...
Please ask him like what? Please ask him like what? If this guy doesn't ask him, what do you mean by that? Like, can you elaborate?
Get voted down.
After tucking into a burger and a craft beer,
I'm going to lose my mind. Why are you biting the fucking burger when you should be biting in to what this guy is saying? Stop eating and ask questions.
We heard from two women across the room who sounded like they might lean Democrat, especially on the issue of abortion.
Women should have a choice to do what they want. It's not my decision to tell someone else what to do.
But Catherine Graham and Tommy Fryer, both registered independents, like what Ron DeSantis is cooking up on...
I was literally about to say, no woman with this haircut is voting Democrat, okay? I'm sorry. Sorry, it's just the truth. If you have this hair, you are not voting Democrat. It doesn't matter. Okay? I've never seen someone with that hair go, I'm voting Democrat. It's just not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. Stop, brother, this reporter. Bother this reporter for eating on stream. Yeah, I mean, when I eat on stream, everybody goes fucking crazy. Okay? But at least... even if my mouth is full, I'm still going to fucking ask questions. If I'm sitting across the table from a hog who's like, they're trying to push their ideals down our throats, I'm not biting into that burger without asking the fucking question, what kind of ideals do you speak of? Could you please perhaps elaborate? Okay? The eyebrows and the hair combo, that's the greatest indication. You're probably right, but maybe just one time because of the roast shit. No, dude, she literally said, I'm a registered independent. I don't think women should be, I don't think we should tell women what they can't do to their bodies. I'm still voting for Ron DeSantis. That's what she said.
Like what Ron DeSantis is cooking up.
And hear him spout Republican talking points? Yes, dude. That's his job. His job is not to make him seem like a normal person. His job is to arrive at like the heart of the conversation. What is motivating Floridian Republicans to vote for Ron DeSantis? If one of them is going to say, that's because they're transing our fucking children, I want to know that because I know that that's what he's going to say. Okay? That's the point. Otherwise, this is just a puff piece where you eat burgers with a bunch of fucking racists, okay?
On just about every other issue.
He's just like on it, especially with how he handled COVID. Like, yeah, I feel like that was a big contributing factor to it.
I just feel like he's very family oriented. He, cares about the people, doesn't doesn't BS around.
With 2 meals down, we were soon back on the road. Our final stop, Jacksonville, a big political surprise in 2020, when the county flipped blue for the first time in more than 4 decades. It's where we found Tremendous Barbecue and met with owner Terry Roundtree.
How are you? Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Who recently had to make some adjustments.
Increasing cost of operation. What's going on there?
Can I say Biden?
You can say whatever's on your mind.
Oh no, dude. That guy, he's got the fucking Guy Fieri hair. Come on. You can't be a Republican hog, brother. Don't do it. That's disrespectful, dude. No one that has this Flavortown ass haircut. No, don't do it.
Like that when Trump was president.
For dinner, I wanted something a little lighter.
So I'm kind of hoping you got a salad.
Bro, you know that fucking barbecue slaps though, okay? In the South, barbecue tastes different, okay? It's the racism. Either it needs to be made by a black chef or it needs to be made by a racist. Nothing in between. The more racist a white chef is, the better the barbecue tastes. I don't know why, but that's just how it works, okay? You can either be black or anti-black, yes, in order to fucking eat that barbecue. It's not possible that Republicans sound so batshit insane that editors have to do the best they have with what we got. We can't air that. Dude, what? But like, what is your job? Your job is to literally ask these people. Your job isn't to like make it look good. Your job isn't to make them, these fucking psychotic weirdos, look good. Your job is to like ask them questions that reveal their true perspective. Oh, I called this? Yeah, of course. Trump on Republican candidates. If they win, I should get all the credit. And if they lose, I should not be blamed. Huh. I told you he was going to say this. That's part of the reason why he didn't announce before the midterms. I said this verbatim. I said verbatim that is what Donald Trump is going to say. And I was right. And it doesn't even take all that much to like figure out that he's going to have this perspective. This is just textbook Trump.
Do you really? Yeah. Hot dog.
But it has steak and a burger on it.
It also came with a side of nostalgia from Terry's brother Ricky and customer Daniel Quinn as they discussed DeSantis' fight against the so-called woke left.
Before you didn't have to think about what you said. Now you really got to think about it before you say it. It's a free country. We have. It says we have free speech. Why can't you say what you want?
Pretty clear Democrats have their work cut out for them here, and not only in 2022. Terry Roundtree.
Bro, that's a juicy ass brisket. That's it. You know he whispers racial slurs that you haven't heard since like 1945 into that brisket as he's cooking it, okay? No shot doesn't get that juicy without it. Someone said that's dry, bro. That you literally can see the oil.
What are you talking about? Why can't you say what you want?
Pretty clear Democrats.
That's okay. That doesn't actually have a lot of fat, which I prefer. I prefer a lean brisket. That does not look like a garbage brisket. Shut the fuck up.
Have their work cut out for them here.
What do you mean? You said it's burnt? Dude, what are you talking about? That is not burnt. That's a good ass brisket. That's a good ass brisket. Anyone that says it's not good, you're wrong. Actually dry compared to Texas barbecue? Okay. Everybody stop.
Here, and not only in 2022. Terry Roundtree likes Ron DeSantis for governor and beyond.
You like him for 2024?
In the White House?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Over that other Florida resident?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Pretty big story.
I will not be going to Wendy's wedding, unfortunately, Blue Monarchs, just asking. Because Wendy's nuts in your mouth got him. No, because it's the midterms. I was really excited to see all my friends. Wendy and Aber, awesome. I was excited to go to their wedding. And then I realized that their wedding is happening as the midterm elections are happening. So, you know. Do you think he covers his goatee in barbecue sauce and shoves it in his wife's mouth? If it's not burnt and crispy outside, it's not worth eating, and that's coming from a vegan. Bro, people are so funny. They're like, who cares about the midterms? Brother, you're watching right now. Like, you're in the chat watching. Fuck you mean? I'll be honest, like, I feel like it is I think, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like I have a set of responsibilities, okay? And it is one that I take seriously. And I think that, you know, covering the midterms as it's happening is a responsibility that I have. Like, I think it is something that I should do. And I'm going to keep doing it. There's a lot of young people that, you know, rely on my coverage as a news coverage, as their like primary source of news. Dude, I literally worked for Traeger Grill, and that bark on that brisket was fine, but the inside was mid as fuck. The fat wasn't rendered enough, and the juices weren't flowing. Yeah, I realized it wasn't as fatty as I thought it was. Why are we talking about the brisket? Fuck!
By the way, I got to point out that once we started digesting our food and digesting the day, we realized that on that day-long trip, we spoke to dozens of people up and down the coast of Florida, all in precincts, by the way, that voted for President Biden in 2020. But to our surprise, we did not run into a supporter of Ron DeSantis' Democratic opponent. That would be Charlie Crist. But we did find some Crist supporters last weekend as we stopped by a Get Out the Vote rally he held. Take a look at what they had to say. What is the
Crist is going to get fucking pummeled.
number one thing that makes you support Charlie Crist? Democracy.
Democracy in every aspect.
How do you think Charlie Crist's campaign for governor is going?
I think it could have gone stronger because
I love that he just said we went up and down the coast and couldn't find one single Democrat. Like no Democrats exist. Brother, you didn't look hard enough. That's insane. You went to a barbecue shop operated by a white guy and you talked to dudes wearing gun shirts and you were like, that's it. That's why I said this coverage is fucking psychotic. You went to Miami and talked to a Cuban auntie, 100% lock. She is deep red, okay? Didn't even ask her opinions about like why Joe Brandon is like to the left of Marxist Lenin, to the left of like Marxist Leninists, okay? Didn't even ask her that. Didn't even ask her to say some unhinged shit, because you know there's a major fucking constituency of Cuban voters. Yeah, I'm free. Sorry for talking about LAPD budget in front of your cool LA politics friends. Man, shut the fuck up. There is literally an election happening right now, and you are only embarrassing yourself and other anarchists by being an open anarchist in the chat who just can't shut the fuck up about like the one or two good fucking candidates that we have, okay? That's the problem. That is the issue. The issue is not that like, oh my God, you're talking. I said sorry. No, you didn't. You're just still fucking being a shameless little baby. That's not a real sorry. I hope you took a shower in the 24 hours that you were timed out.
because the Democrats do not toot their own horns.
What is the number one issue that leads you to support Charlie Crist for governor?
Women's rights. Women's rights.
So you think Ron DeSantis is going to go further to restrict abortion?
Of course. You're already robbing us of our freedom. And freedom is not free until you're free to make your own decision.
He says he's the freedom guy.
He's not freedom. He has stole our freedom from the state of Florida. Yes.
So there we go. We promised conversations on both sides of the issues, both parties, and there.
Yeah, both sides, except we couldn't even find fucking Democrats. So here's some. Bro, this guy, this Jacksonville, Florida dickhead right here, fuck that guy, okay? Straight up. He's talking to like old black ladies being like, hey, he's stealing our fucking freedoms, okay? And he's like, but what do you mean? He said he's for freedom. Like, what is going on? What do you mean? What about this is like real objective journalism? What the fuck are you doing? Insane, dude. God damn it, our news broadcasters are so unhinged and so devastatingly right wing.
Thank you, Ben.